So in today's session, we will focus on how mastering the time intelligence functions. Okay, it is the crucial aspect of Power BI. Now let us dive into the agenda. Okay, first we'll understand the what and why of time intelligence. Okay, and because it's a critical component in Power BI. And the next thing is we will move on with understanding how to create and use a date dimension. This we have already discussed it. Okay, and if any additional column required, how we can use it, that we'll take a look at it. And then how do we aggregate over time? If you want to perform like for like analysis, this quarter sales with previous quarter sales, okay, or current year first quarter's sales performance or revenue with the last year's same quarter, okay. We want to compare same month, right? So the same month sales performance of 2023, you want to compare it with 2024. That is called like for like analysis, okay. So how do we perform like for analysis? By aggregating the values, okay. And then rolling period reporting. And then we will proceed with understanding the rolling period. This is a powerful feature, right? In Power BI, it allows you to analyze the data over dynamic time periods, guys. This is very important, okay? Don't worry. I'll explain you what is dynamic reporting or rolling period reporting, all the things. We'll take a look at it. Okay, now we will first understand what is time intelligence, why time intelligence. Why should I use, why do I perform the time intelligence function? That is what we will take a look at it now, okay? So what is time intelligence? Anybody has any idea? So definitely you must have used in the past projects, right? See, in the case of Power BI, the time intelligence allows us to perform advanced analysis and reporting based on time-based or time-related data. Okay, for example, you want to answer questions like, how did our sales perform over the last quarter? Or what is the year-to-date growth of our revenue? Year-to-date growth of our revenue. How many of you heard about this term year-to-date, quarter-to-date, month-to-date? Okay, somebody wants to know what is the year-to-date growth of your revenue? What is the quarter-to-date growth of our revenue or month-to-date growth of our revenue, right? So in that kind of situation, right? So we need to have a date dimension table. So because you are performing analysis based on the time related data, quarter, month, year, fiscal year, okay, fiscal month, you are doing the analysis based on the time, okay. Hence, you should be knowing all the time related functions, okay. See, what happens is in the case of business, right, they use cumulative time-based calculations. And as part of the, like I said, year to date, month to date, quarter to date. So these are referred to as YT, right? So in common. So these measures are helpful, helpful as part of your trend analysis for comparing sales and financial results. With these metrics, you can evaluate your business performance on the go, okay? So first of all, what is MTD? Okay. See, so far we understood what is what and why of time intelligence. So businesses, they want to use some cumulative time-based calculations. Okay. So as part of this, the common measures used in almost all the analytics projects, you take any industry, as part of the finance department, right? So they will be using this more frequently, not only finance and, in various other department also they are using it, okay. So now let us go ahead and understand what exactly month to date, quarter to date, and all the things. How many of you are aware of this term? What is month to date and what is year to date? How many of you are familiar with this one? Is there anyone using Excel or Power BI to do this analysis? Yes, you are correct. The month to date, quarter to date, year to date calculations allows us for real-time analysis of performance trends to understand the trends, right? So a real-time analysis of performance trends and all this is very much helpful. So by focusing on the specific time frames, you can quickly assess how current results compares to the past or previous periods. Okay. So basically, you are doing some kind of periodic assessment, right? Periodic assessment. It helps you to perform key periodic assessment. And now the question is, what exactly month to date is all about? It calculates values from the beginning of your current month up to the current date. Okay, up to the current date. Okay, month to date is a period starting from the beginning of the current month. So today is 25th Jan. If somebody is asking, hey, can you give me month to date sales performance, which means starting from 1st Jan of this month to till today. But there are cases, right? Depends on the company. So there are cases, depends on the business, right? But in the case of 24/7, right, you cannot take into account of today's date. For example, if somebody asks you, let's say you are operating across the time zones, and somebody asking, can you give me the month-to-date sales across um, all the regions or all the countries put together? So in that case, business operating 24/7. So you can take into account of the 1st of January 2024 till up until now, but not including today's date because it might not be complete yet. Because today is not yet over, but in India it is over. That doesn't mean all the other locations it is over. So in UK, now the time is right. Maybe they are in the afternoon or so, right? Still they are in the afternoon or morning time. Hence, the day is not complete for them. Okay. So up until now, but not including today's date. But if you look at the internet, if you go through there, right, you will see this one only, starting from 1st Jan to till today. Okay, that is what your month to date. So it depends on the business. Okay. So what is quarter date? Same thing, starting from the beginning of the first day of this quarter to till date. Okay. Quarter stands for quarter date. It is used exactly the same as MTD, and year to date also same way. Okay. The beginning of the current year up to, but not including today. Okay. Or in some cases, they say, beginning of, from the beginning of the current year until today. Okay. So it depends on the business, or it depends on your requirement. You need to check with them, the management, very clearly when it comes to these measures, MTD, QTD, year to date, and even you have fiscal year to date and all. Okay. Okay. And simple thing is, at this moment, let us understand, starting from the beginning of this month to till date, till today, that is your month to date. And quarter to date is starting from the beginning of the current quarter to till date. Okay. And year to date, beginning of the current year up to, till up to today. Okay. Maybe this one is confusing, okay, but not including, right? This one maybe but you need to check with your customer, okay? There are customers, they go by this. So for me, the business is not over, okay? And, better you can see not only the different time zones, and the data may not be available, right? So today's sales is over. But for example, today, right, even India time, let's take for India time, if you take into account of today's sales, by let's say you are performing a month to date sales performance, you want to know that by noon today, if you do that, does that make sense? If you run this report to understand what is month to date revenue performance, do you consider starting from the beginning of this month to till date to till today? Because you are already in the noon, right? You are in the afternoon or you are in the forenoon. So in that case, how can you say the month to date is not? So ideally, right, you can exclude today's date, and then you can go ahead and do that. Okay. You might be, debating with me, sir. I know we are doing in the evening time. Okay, after close of business, if I do it, so why should I exclude this one, right? Now, but remember one thing very clearly. Even the day-to-day transaction volumes are very, very huge. Okay, in the real world scenario. Hence, loading the today's data itself into a table and all take longer time. Okay, ideally, this statement, whatever I mentioned, this is the one, is very much applicable to any business, right? But not including today's date. I think, yeah, sorry for the confusion. This makes correct sense, right? Because today, by 12 p.m. or 2 p.m. in the afternoon, if you give it a try, right? So month to date, you want to find out, if you include today's sales by 2 p.m., what will happen? After 2 p.m., what about the rest of the day? So this is what month to date, quarter to date, year to date is also about, is all about. And now let us understand what exactly month to date. Okay, how does it works? Like I said, right, including, yeah, so as of today, right, whatever the sales you made it since the beginning of this month to up until now, but excluding today's sales, right? Okay, so here, that is the thing, okay, and yeah, the reason for not including the current date is because it might be completed. Okay, if you look at this chart here, okay, here you have a date column, which is nothing but order date and orders placed. How many number of orders we received it, and each day we have it. We have an aggregated orders. How many number of total orders placed by the customers on this date? How many number of total orders placed by customers on this date? Okay, total number of orders we can see by date. Okay, and if you look at the month to date, if you look at here, 1 second. At the beginning of every month, what happens is the total value will get reset. If you see here, 70 plus 99 will get added. So let's say, you have something like 627 was previous years or, previous dates. So year 13th January, right? Here you can see the orders received from 13th January. Okay, up to 12th January, the sales was 697. You just assume that way. Plus 70, how much? Plus 70, you will get 600 and, 770, 767, right? 767. So this one, 1 second. Let me just check. So this value gets added with this value. Okay, this value, previous value. Okay, this value I'm talking about. Okay, this one gets added to this one, and then you get this value. Okay, 697 plus 70, 767. 767 plus 99, you will get 866. Okay, and that's how it's kind of a cumulative total, but it will get reset at the beginning of every new month. So when you look at year 1st Feb 2013, this one got reset. This kind of it's a kind of cumulative total for this month, for January month. And when it comes to Feb, this one, the same value got displayed here, 75. And then this one gets added with this one, and you get this 113. So 113 is getting, this 57 gets added to 113, and then you get 170. But when it comes to 1st March, that 1st March, whatever the sales orders placed, right? Whatever the orders placed, what are the orders placed on the 1st March, that value will be displayed here. The values will be reset for every month beginning in the case of empty date, month to date. With this itself, I'll explain you quarter to date, same way. So, but here what happens, it does the cumulative total, right? It does it because the quarter to date, and Jan, Feb, March, April 1st, this value will get reset. This value will get reset. And when it comes to year to date, same thing. Okay, in 2013, till the year end, 2013, right? It does the cumulative total. At the beginning of a new year, 2014, 1st Jan 2014, this value will be reset. This value will be reset. That's it, guys. So this is how it works. Okay. This is the one I discussed. Okay. So how do I implement this in Power BI? How can I find out the year-to-date sales performance? You don't have to write any complex logic. There is a plain vanilla. There is a built-in function called total YTD. using which you can find out the total sales, okay, the aggregation of the sales, okay. And similarly, we have something else called the month to date, okay, month to date, QTD, okay, all the things are available. Look here, this is total month to date. So here, sum of sales amount, comma, your date column in your date dimension table. Okay, date dimension. All you need to just give the two parameters or two values for this function. First one is your expression. What do you want to compute? Total sales. Or if you want to find out the average sales amount. Okay, you can use average function. Second argument is here the aggregation function. Second one is your date column from the date dimension table. That's all. Got it? This is what month to date is all about. I will quickly jump into the Power BI desktop and then I will show you how to use the month to date. For example, we are going to use a matrix visual. Okay, instead of matrix, I'm going to use, we'll start with a simple table visual. Here, what I am going to do is, I'm going to use sales. I'll just drop it. As usual, it gives me only one value, total number. And then I have a calendar date, date table. Here, what I am going to do is I'm going to use the month prefix. I just drop it here. So April, August, everything is available here. And I'm going to use something like a date column itself here, okay? And the date column. I just drop the date column here. Here, I just remove the year, quarter, and month order. I just put 1 here, 1, 2, 3. And if you see April, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, everything is there. And August month, April, August, but it is not in the proper thing. All right, so let it be there. And I just move the day, little bit up here. And then I'm going to create a slicer because here we have 4 years data here. In the slicer, I will drop the year column here, okay? And I will just use the traditional, instead of using this, I'm going to click on it here and slicer settings. I just say, instead of using between vertical list. Yeah, this is enough. You can use the slider also, that is the default one. For example, if I select 2011, for year 2011, show me the, the each days, each month, starting from first to that month end, what is the sales? Okay, that is what we are seeing it here. So 1 second, why the day? Okay, it was not, it did not get moved here. Okay, so now April, right? This is what we are seeing here. April month, this is what the sales we are seeing it here. So next what I do is I'm going to use a month to date sales. Along with that, your manager wants to see the month to date sales. So how do I find out? So I have already created a measure called month to date. So not this one. Total no, month prefix, and here let me just check what is the function name here, the column name. MTD. Okay, it is MTD. MTD only I tried, right? Okay. MTD. Yes, dates and this is the one. Okay, dates MTD. And MTD sum of sales. Okay, here I have used sum of sales from this table. Instead, what I will do is I'm going to create the fresh measure because I'm using sales data set. Instead, I'm going to use the sales W04 sales data. So modeling ribbon, click on the new measure. Simply I copy paste this calendar date sum of sales. Okay, here sum of sales. Okay, I don't know what is sum of sales here. 1 second, let me just check. Or we will use the total sales. I don't know whether total sales is available. No, total sales is not available. First, we will check. Okay, I'll just press enter. Any some error is there? Let it be there. Okay, rename measure. Okay, month to date sales. Month to date sales. Okay. I just go here and check sum of sales, right? Sum of sales is belonging to which one? Sum of sales, oh, yeah, cool. Okay, sum of sales is it's goal, right? Sum of sales is nothing but this one. I'm going to use the same thing, and here we use the measure, not the total sales. The measure name was not the total sales because we did not create any measure with this name. I'm going to use the sum of sales. Sum of sales. Okay, sum of sales, calendar date. Okay, I just press enter. So how many arguments that I used it? How many values that I passed it? The sum of sales, which is nothing but the measure name here. Okay, and then the second one is date column here, calendar table. Okay. Why should I use the date column from my calendar table in my sales W04 table itself? We have the date columns are available. Why should I use? Because you have to use the date, you have to use the date dimension table to filter your target table. In our case, the target table is sales W04. Okay, now what I do is MTD, sales measure is ready. I'm going to drag and drop this one here. So here it shows 1949. For the April 1st, whatever the sales happen, it shows here. And 2nd April, what happens? 8,000 plus 1,949. So 9,000, almost 10,424, right? And this 10,424 gets added with this one. And this one, it gets added this one gets added with this one gets added. That's how it gives me, okay? And what happens when it comes to April, May month? Do we have anything on May month? Okay, what I will do is for the sake of simplicity, I'm going to include another slicer where I'm going to use the month prefix, okay? And here the month, I'm going to drop it here. In this case, we have April, May, okay? But it is not in the proper order, okay? And here, that we'll see later, okay? April. After April, you have May, right? You just select April and May in 2011. What is the sales performance? And here it does the cumulative total as usual in the case of MTD sales, right? It does the cumulative total. Okay, and if you scroll down here, and April and May month, sorry, April and May month, right? May month, if you see, the sales is 6,291. The same value got displayed here. So what is our understanding here? The cumulative total got reset on the May month. So May 1st, there is no sales happened. Since May 2nd, we had a sales here. So what of the sales we did it on 2nd May, the same value get displayed here. This value is not getting added with this value, okay? Every month beginning, a new cumulative total will be displayed along with that specific month data. Got it? So April, this is the last day of April is the last day. Up to this, it is doing the cumulative total, okay? But when it comes to May month, the value got reset. The month to date value got reset. But similarly, June month, if you see June month, June month, what will happen is all these cumulative total will be reset. See here also the cumulative total is happening. But for that, the basis is the May month first transaction gets added with is in the second month. So second day, right? The day 2 and day 3. So 6,000 plus almost 10,600. This one gets added with this one, and you get this one. Similarly, it does the cumulative total for each month. Each month beginning, what happens? It resets the value. For example, here it does the cumulative total for entire May month. I just select May, and then later on, what is it? June, right? Yeah, June month. I select June now. And if you scroll 1 second, May, June month. If you see June month here, the same value got reset, right? So the cumulative MTT date sales, right, got reset. So every month beginning, this is getting reset. What I will do is, you might be asking is in April, and followed by the April, May month. Some May month should come, but why June? It literally does the sorting based on the alphabet. What I will do is, where is the calendar table? This is the calendar date table. Here I just select the month prefix, and then this is very important, guys. You just take, and then you have the column tools, right? When you select a specific column in your data view, in our case, the calendar table, I have selected the month prefix. Automatically, this one gets enabled. Okay, and here on the top here is a sort by column. Here I'm going to say month number. Select the month number. And if you have used Excel, right, you must have aware of this one. You must be familiar with this one. So what I did, I just sorted this one. I sorted this one based on this one. Okay. And this is very important, guys. If you see here, now you can see that followed by the April, the May month, instead of June month, May month got displayed. Okay. And May, June, July, followed by the, yeah, if I select July month, obviously order with respect to the 1 second, there is a problem here. Microphone, I don't know. Hmm. Not mic, my speaker. Okay. So this is what, 1 second, let me just check it out. So what happened if you scroll down here, April, May, and June, July, look here, it is doing the sorting based in the chronological order, right? So in the based on, not on the alphabetic array. So the alphabet sorting, when it comes to text data, it does the sorting based on the alphabet order, right? First A will get sorted out, and then B, and then C. Right? That is that's how the sorting is happening in the case of text data. But we don't want the sorting to be done based on the alphabet. Instead, do the sorting based on the month number for the corresponding each month. If you see here, month 1 is Jan, month 2 is Feb, and month 3 is March, right? So do the sorting based on the month number. Don't literally go by this. Go by this. So once you sort the data by selecting this one, and you do the sorting on the month number, you can get the order in the as per the calendar date, right? So calendar month. This is very important. The interview they'll ask you, okay? And also what I will do is I'll just copy paste this one. Control C, Control V. I'm going to click on the clustered column chart. And if you see here, and look here, you can see the alphabetic April, May, June, July. If you don't do the sorting by selecting the month prefix column and the sorting on the month number, what will happen is it will literally display. So here the alpha, as per the alphabet, A is the first in the alphabet, right? And what is the next alphabet for these values? After J only M will come. So hence what will June will display here, May will display after July. That is not the correct calendar month order. Okay, in order to display the values, with the proper calendar or month order, calendar month or the fiscal month, right? So what you need to select the month prefix or month name column, the text column, and then go to sort by column. Select the month number so that your report will show the correct order of the months. Okay, got it? So now you understood what is month to date sales. And next one, the same way we do it for QTD. We have something called, I just duplicate this page. So what is your question? Suja is asking, okay, what is this one and what is the difference between these two? 100492. Okay. June month. Okay. First we'll start with April. April 100, right? Mm. See, this is sales and this is the month to date sales. Okay. Sales and month to date sales. Okay. End of the day, what happens? Both the values are same, right? If you add all these total sales, so this one gives me total sales, yeah. And this one gives me total sales on the month to date. So month to date sales is, it is not going to the total on the each and every day thing. At the end of the month, right? April 30th, whatever the cumulative, that is the one will be displayed here. Okay. See, if it does the total on the cumulative, this kind of cumulative, this is a cumulative total, right? Monthly cumulative total. It's nothing but monthly cumulative. It will not do the total on this column. Okay, it doesn't make sense. Hence the month and see the each month sales, total sales, and the month to date sales is same only. Okay, fine. Okay, I just duplicated this page here. Now what I do is I just convert it back to my table visual. Next we will see, I just move this up so that we can make some space here. We need to create a couple of other measures. For example, let me check QTD. Okay, and QTD, there is nothing is there. Okay, 1 second. Month to day sales and I just type Q. Okay, dates QTD is there, and okay, I'll just explain that one also a little later. And what I will do is total MTD sales, right? I just create another measure. But to find out the quota today, simply replace this function with total QTD. That's all, guys. This is that much simple, okay? I'm going to copy the entire thing now, and then I go to the modeling ribbon. I'm going to click on the new measure. Here I just copy paste same thing, but we wanted to include a column by the name of QTD sales. And instead of total MTD, use something called total QTD. That's all, guys. Press enter. You're all set. So QTD sales, I just drag this and drop it here. Okay, and if you see the quarter to day sales, right, it is going up. It keeps does the April, May, June, maybe in the July, right? Yeah, the July 1st, the quarter to date value got reset. So up to the April, May, sorry, up to 1 second. Up to June month 30th. So April, May, June. April, May, June falls in second quarter, right? In the second quarter. And in the third quarter, July, third quarter beginning, it reset the value, right? It display the same value here. And then it does the cumulative total within this one, 3,814 plus 171, 3,985. Since you don't have any value here, it carries forwards the previous value, okay, previous quarter results, and it in this one will get added with this one. So 1,000 plus, it's already almost 4,000, right? 5,000 and odd. Yes, it's doing that. So quarter to date sales, how to get it? Now you understood. with the help of total QTD, you can compute the quarter to date sales. It's pretty simple one. Next one is year to date. The same thing, guys. Year to date, also there is no measure is available. I'm going to click on it here. New measure. Here, I reuse the same thing which I used it in the interest of time. And here, instead of using this one name, sorry, mistakenly I pressed enter, it will throw an error saying that this measure is already there. Okay, it is not throwing. And why, year to date sales. And here, only thing is I need to replace total YTD. There is a function called total YTD. So now you understood why we call Power BI is a no code, right? Or low code. In this case, you don't have, see, in other programming language, you need to write a logic to get the total year to date. So you need to store somewhere the beginning of this year, current year, and up to that you need to write some logic to do the cumulative total. But here with the simple total YTD function, it does the cumulative total automatically for each year. So what I will do is I just drag and drop this one YTD. Yeah, this I just executed this, and where is the YTD? And I just check the one which I created it, YTD sales. So I just drop the YTD sales. This time I'm going to select 2012. So what happens here? I just drop the year column also along with this so that we can compare side by side. And the year, I just move this up followed by the date also. Okay, in this case, the year gets added. I just click on the drop down. I select don't summarize. Hey, all the values in the year don't add it. Okay, it doesn't make any sense, right? 2011 plus 2012, if it adds, does it make any sense? Nothing, right? And what I do is here, I can see that 2011, April 1st, these are the sales. So now what we will do is we'll just sort this in ascending order. Okay, 2011, all the 2011. If you see here, and when it comes to 2012, the value will get reset for the year-to-date sales. And look here, the next year, right? So this is the 2012. The same value get displayed here April, right? So 2012. And here it displays the 353. Okay, because in 2012, right? Because here I selected only April, May, June, July, right? So, okay, what I will do is I will clear the filter so that there should not be any confusion, because in 2011, it started by April month only the business, okay? They started their operation by, and if you see, now 2012, if you moved on, and where is the 2012? So this is what your 2012 year beginning, right? So whatever the sales you made on this date, 2nd January, the same value get displayed here. So every year every year beginning, the cumulative total gets reset. In the case of year to date, every beginning of the new quarter, the value get reset. The cumulative total for the QTD will get reset. Every new month beginning, the cumulative totals will be reset. You understood? Very simple one. Very good. Next one is everything is good. Month to date sales, quarter to date sales, everything is fine. Now the question is fiscal year to date. Is there anything that I can do it fiscal year to date? Fiscal, so look here, I have already written a measure. The same function year to date, total YTD, correct. What you want to sum? Total sum of sales. Okay, this is a measure. Calendar date, up to this, everything is same. But here I put the additional option that is available as part of total YTD. So far, I told you, you need to pass two values as part of total YTD, but it takes more than two values, three values, okay? Three values as an argument. First one is your expression, which is nothing but the sum of sales in this case. Second is you need to use the date column from your date dimension table to filter the sales W04 table. And the third argument here, you can specify your fiscal year end date. In India, what is the fiscal year end date? 31st March. But here you need to specify month date format for the fiscal year end date. Okay, month date format of your fiscal fiscal year ends, right? So every, you know very well, right? The fiscal year date in India is the 1st April to next year 31st March. Okay, so now this one is readily available. I just drag and drop this. They will ask you in the interview, how do you find out the fiscal year to date sales? You need to say the total YTD function I'm going to use it. And the first argument is the expression. Second one is the date dimension table date column. Third argument is the fiscal year end date 0331. Okay. But you need to specify this for month date format. Okay. I just drop this over here. And let's see what happens. The fiscal year to date. Now we got it. And if you see here, the fiscal, it is same as your year-to-date sales only, guys, right? And when it comes to, 1 second, month prefix Jan, okay, 2011, yeah, 2011 and 12, okay, this is a for two, we started with 2011, okay, let us go down here. And next year, 2012, if you see here, right, if you see 2011, okay, 1 second, let me go to 2012. If you see 2012, the fiscal year-to-date sales is still continuing, right? Because it is not same as a year-to-date sales, right? It is not same as year-to-date sales. In the case of it is continuing the cumulative totals, right? Until next year, that which is in our case the next year 2012, March 31st. And if you go and see April 1st, 2012, this one got reset, right? Fiscal year. Every fiscal year beginning, you reset the cumulative total. But here the year-to-date sales is this one will get reset at the beginning of every new year. At the beginning of every new quarter, this one will get reset. At the beginning of every new month, this one will get reset. Hope it is clear to you, right? So next one is fiscal year to date sales. Okay. And what else? So I just go back here and see what other things we can do it here. Yeah, parallel, all the things are there. Yeah, we have something else called cumulative total. See, now the question is, irrespective of the month and year you select, give me the total. So don't reset the cumulative total. For example, if I select 2011 and 2012, starting from 1st Jan of 2011 to till 2012, you do the cumulative total. So unlike the month to date, year to date, quarter to date and all, okay? So here it does the cumulative total for the entire. So we have something called, so for that there is no function called cumulative total is available. Look at this, the measure. So here I have written a logic something like this. I have used the calculate function. Here the measure is sum of sales, okay? And then we are using filter function. And here what happens is, In this case, the first argument I mentioned calendar date, and here I've used the all function. Okay, and here what I'm doing is for each record, see in the calendar date, it starts with the first month, right? Okay, and the first month less than or equal to maximum. So this is our recent date. Recent date is the very first date. Very first date. It, not necessarily 1st January. For example, in 2011, you started your business on April 1st. So that is the first, the first order date, right? Which is less than or equal to the recent order date. So in that case, you take all the uh, dates, sales, and then you do the total, okay? And ignore all the filter that comes from your date column, okay? But if you don't use all function, what will happen is, it will not remove the filter. For each and every date, it will find out the total and all. Okay, here ignore all the filter. Simply what you do is starting from the beginning to till date, whatever the sales is there, you can count. For example, in the first record, maximum is your this one, right? Calendar. So in this case, we are ignoring the filter. Okay, so what will happen is the calendar date is first. Let's assume that 1st April, right? 1st April 2011 is less than or equal to on that specific record, right? So you have 2011 only. So 1st April, right? So in that case, it takes all the value of that month and then it gives me the total sales. Okay, right? And then it goes to the second record. What happens? 2nd April. So it goes and picks up the all the values, right? Between this range. So that is how this function works. Okay. So here we have to write a custom function. There is no total YTD function or total QTD, total MTD function is available. Okay, we need to write a logic something like this. Here, for each and every record, what you do is you find out from the beginning to till date whatever the sales, and then what it is ignore the filter. And for example, currently your your record is pointing to the second date, which is nothing but let's 2nd April, and 2nd April to till date whatever is there, you can do the total. Okay, sorry, 1st April to till date. For each and every record, it has to go and pick up the value from the beginning to till date. Okay, total, right? So cumulative total, right? With respect to the second record, you do the cumulative total. Okay, for example, the first record you have 5, and you don't have anything to add above this, so 5 only will get displayed. And when it comes to the second record, so what happens is beginning, right? So when the beginning, from the beginning, in the sense that the previous 5 value and till that month end, whatever value, it will add it. Okay, like it. So that's how it goes. Okay, that's how it works. So cumulative total, now we understood. So this logic and all, they'll ask you, how do you find out the cumulative total? Can you give me can you write a DAX query? They will share their chat window and they will ask you to write the logic for this one. So you can use a calculate function, sum of sales, and you can use a filter function and the all function. You have to use it. If you don't use it, what will happen is it will not remove the filter. It will not remove the filter. Okay. So you know very well all function removes everything, right? Remove all the filter, internal, external filter, everything it removes it. So cumulative total also we are done. So all these, up to fiscal year to date, it's all pretty simple. You can go and watch my measures, whatever I wrote. The measure, for example, the measure name is fiscal YTD says, you can go and search it. Here, fiscal YTD, what did he do? So click on this measure, and here in the formula bar, you can see what logic I wrote it. Okay, this is how you can understand. And cumulative total, you need to understand that. That is also very much important. And there are students, right? They pose this question. Can you tell me how did you find out the cumulative total? Okay. They'll give you some scenario. They'll say, hey, give me that cumulative total, right? So what you do is calculate. First argument is your expression, comma. Filter function, I used it. Inside the filter, I'm using all function. With all function, I removed all the filters that comes from date column. And then the next line, the date the date column less than or equal to max of date column. Okay, so that's how I was able to get the cumulative total. Okay, now one more function is available equivalent to total YTD, total MTD, total QTD. That is called your dates MTD. I just wrote the dates MTD function, but the dates MTD is slightly different when it comes to syntax. Otherwise, it does the same job. In the case of total MTD, you don't have to use the calculate function. You can use it directly, right? Without using calculate function, you can use the total MTD function directly. Whereas when it comes to dates MTD function, you need to use this inside your calculate function. You cannot use it directly, okay? So it needs some help, so you can call this function from calculate function. Obviously, first argument, you put this one and the dates MTD calendar date column, if you specify it, it does the same job, okay, as what we have done it previously. I just move this up. Here we don't have space, hence I just, 1 second. Yeah, functional device, both of them are same, Suja. Dates MTD also going to give the total, say month to date sales, and dates MTD also gives the same thing, okay. So now the difference is, when it comes to the value, right? Look here, dates MTD, I just copied now. And you can see that 528.67, 842, right? So these two got added. And then, this value 840 got, added with this one. The dates MTD and month to date, total MTD and dates MTD, these two functions, when it comes to functionality, both of them are same. But the only thing is the syntax is different, slightly different. Okay, the syntax is, you need to call the dates MTD function inside your calculate function. Like dates MTD, you have dates YTD, dates QTD function is also available. Got it? That's all. Either you can use this or you can use that one also. Okay. Next one is, we have something called parallel period. Okay, we have something called parallel period. So what I am going to do is, I just right click on it, copy this visual, and then I'll put it in this page. I just copy paste it, and that's all. And the next thing is, I'm going to create another table. Don't sync. Okay, here I do one thing. Here I just go here and then filters. I just minimize it, and I'm going to click on a table visual. And here what I do is, I just drop the year. Okay, for example, here I'm going to expand this one. I'm going to drop the year column here, 2011, everything. And here what I'm going to do is, we have some same period last year. Okay, there is a function called same period last year. Okay, I'll show you what this is. See, first of all, let us understand the syntax here. You cannot use same period last year directly. You have to call this function via calculate function. Here, like other functions, you need to specify the date column from your calendar table. The first argument is your whatever the measure that you want to compute, right? This is the one. So what I will do is, first I will just sum of sales. This is the measure, right? Sum of sales gives me, in this case, year wise, what is the total sales. So what I will do is, in this case, yeah, same period lease last year. I just same period last year. I just drag and drop. This is the one here. This is the one I did it, right? And I'm going to close this. And what I will do is, I'll clear this. Okay, I will just select 2013 and 14. Okay, let's see what happens. So the same period last year function is really helpful here to display the previous year sales along with the current year sales. See, we started the business on 2011 only. Hence, there is no previous year, same period last year, right? There is no data is available, same period last year. Okay. And 2012, what happens? 2012, what is the total sales? Along with that, the previous year sales get displayed. In 2013, on that year, what is the total sales? Along with that, you display the previous so that I can compare the current as well as the previous year sales side by side. That's all. This is called your same period last year. The same period last year, the function, it takes one argument, the date dimensions, date column, you need to specify it here. That's all, guys. Okay. But you will have to use it inside your calculate function only. Okay, next we have something called parallel period function. Parallel period function. So like same period last year, you cannot use parallel period directly. You need to use it inside your calculate function. But here the advantage of this function is, along with the date column from your date dimension table, you can go 1 year back and you can specify year, month, date and all. But in the case of same period last year, you can compare current year sales with previous year. That's all, guys. Okay. But if you want to compare the last 2 years sales with the current year sales, for example, you are in 2013, you want to display the previous 2 years sales, right? So, for example, along with 30 lakh 47, 2023, you want to display it here. That is possible. You can go 1 year back, 2 year back, 3 year back in the case of parallel period. Whereas in the case same period last year, as the name says, it goes to the last year. That's all. Okay. And now I just drop this function so that you'll be able to understand by seeing the output of this one. You'll 1 second, sorry. You need to select this visual first and then you need to drag and drop it here. And what happens? Same as same period last year, because I have used my -1. Okay. For example, if I go here and if I use -2, what happens? So in this case, what happened? The 2 years back, what of the sales happened, right? 2 years back, nothing happened, hence it displays nothing. 30 lakh 47. So 2 years back, what is the sales? 20 lakh 23. That got displayed. So you can go 2 year back, you can go 3 year back, you can go 4 year back. Also, you can go 1 year forward also. You can specify +1 here. Okay. If you specify +1 or +2, it will go 1 year forward. You can go backward, forward of the years with the parallel period functions. Here, look here, I put 1 here, guys. And let's see what happened. Along with the 2011, I displayed next year data, 2012. Along with the 2012, I displayed 2013. Along with the 2013, 2014, I displayed it. So you can go backward, you can go forward also. If you put negative, it will go backward. For example, let's say we are in 2024. You want to see previous year performance, sales performance. -1 if you give, along with the 2024, 2023 year sales also will get displayed. But at the end of the day, both of them look same because I used -1. If I put -2, but in the same period, you cannot go 2 year back and all. It goes by default 1 year back. That's all. Okay. And the another advantage of parallel period is, see, instead of year, the first column, let's say you are using month, right? And each month, along with the each month, for example, let's say you are in April month, the previous month sales, or right, the previous month sales. What is the previous month sales? May, the March month. So April month sales, March month. So here you can say year, month, even date also you can specify it here. Year, month, 1 second. No, 1 second here. I just move this here and then let me check parallel period here. Interval, you have the intervals, parallel period dates by the given set of values and specify the interval. Okay, you can go year, month and quarter to date. Okay, quarter to date also you can go. Okay. You can go 2 quarter back. You can go 2 quarter forward, backward, forward. That is possible. But year, in this case, year, quarter, month only you can do it. Okay. And next one is we have another function called dates. Dates MTD, not the dates MTD. 1 second, I'll just go back and check. Parallel function, same period last year. Almost all the interview they ask this question. And 1 second, the other one is your dates add function. You have some dates add function. Dates add function is very powerful function. Dates add, not the dates MTD. Dates add function. Here the 1 second, I just go back here. Date add, okay, not dates, date add. Date add. Look here, date add function is available here. And instead of using parallel period, same period last year, you understood, there is a severe major disadvantage, right? When it comes to going far backward or far ahead, that is not possible. But with parallel period, it is possible. You can go backward by specifying negative values. If you want to go forward, you can specify positive values. And date add also, you can do the same thing. Okay, year, quarter, month, you can do it. But in addition to that, you can go backward and forward with respect to day basis. For example, your manager is asking, hey, can you display today's sales performance? Along with that, you display yesterday's sales performance. So year, quarter, month, day level, you can go. So for example, let me just select this one. Sorry, not this one. We are in the current 6th page, right? I just select this visual. I just drag and drop this here. So what happened in this case? Can you all see it here? Yeah. So dates MTD. Here I have used the negative values. And what happens? The current year, along with the current year, it displays the previous year. Along with the current year, it displays the parallel period M, why it shows this value. Okay, because in the case of parallel period, I have used -2, I think so. Yeah, here I just change it back to, for the sake of consistency, -1. What you need to do is you just use -1, +1, +2 and all, you just play around with it, okay? So now all the three values are same because we have used -1 in both the dates add and parallel period. In the intro, they'll ask you what is the difference between same period last year, parallel period, and the dates add function. The same period last year, you can compare the current year with the previous year sales performance. Okay, current year with the previous year sales performance, you can say. With parallel period date also, we can do the same thing. But the advantage of parallel period over the same period last year is we can compare not only current year with previous year. If you want to compare the current quarter with previous quarter, you want to compare current month to previous month, that is possible. When it comes to date add, so you can compare current year with previous year, current month with previous month, current quarter with previous month, current day with previous day. So in addition to year, quarter, month, day is also available. Here only year, month, so year, quarter, month, but here only year. Now you understood, right? So these are the three functions you should be aware. These are the analysis that has been done in most of the analytics project. And I hope you found these three functions are helpful, right? So hope you are able to follow whatever I explained you now. Okay, you wanted to unselect 2014? Up to 3 years only it will display. But along with each year, it will display the previous year sales performance because in both the parallel period and date add, we have used -1. Okay, see with same period last year, you can display previous years, and if they wanted you to display 2 years back sales along with the current year sales, then use -2. Okay, that's all, guys. So with this, I'm going to wrap up. I could see most of them did not join in today's session. right? So I will upload this video and then I will share the report file also. Yeah, I understood last session and current session report file. I'll share it to you. All of you, please complete the assignments during this weekend. We will circle back on this upcoming Tuesday. Okay, this upcoming Tuesday we'll circle back. So we are almost done. Okay, the important concepts that are part of time intelligence are like a um, rolling moving average, or moving average, right? How to find out the moving average and how to dynamically compute the moving average, and what is the rolling forward, how to compute the rolling forward total, and other dynamic reports, how we can get. We'll discuss it in the upcoming Tuesday. That is also very important thing. And with this, guys, right? So next week, Tuesday and Thursday, only 2 more sessions are required to wrap up the DAX functions. The meanwhile, please start work on the assignments. The screenshot which I sent you, right? Please complete and submit on this Thursday, okay? And the upcoming Tuesday and Thursday, we are going to complete the DAX functions. And then next week, we will continue with the SQL. So the second week of Feb, we are going to complete the SQL, and third week of Feb, we are going to complete the SSIS plus the project related discussions, everything. Okay. So second week of Feb, right? Third week of Feb, we are going to wrap up the training. Okay. Including the assignments, all the thing. I'll explain you the assignments, everything. And third week of Feb, what you do, you share your resume to me. I will ask our team to create your profile. They will help you out. Okay. Create your profile. Yes, I will explain. We will put the projects, the real-time projects in your resume, and then what we will do is